all associations should at first level should come together.
I feel my drivers operating at 40 to 50% of their capacity, which rightly said during COVID we had the highest number of kilometers doing for our vehicles. Why can't we do it today?
So I think for us, we will grow in a very organic fashion.
See, because we are very clear with our policies, our values. As an organization or industry, the clients we work for also have come to terms. You mean to say if a transport company takes good care of its drivers?
Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the second part of a very interesting and exclusive interaction on Trans India, presented by Light Metrics, making roads safer for everyone, everywhere. We have with us 5 young transporters: Reema Jogani, Manish Sharma, Chirag Katira, Rahul Dhakne, and Mohit Nawani, who have seen a series of not just developments but changes that have altered the path of the logistics industry. We continue our conversation as we dwell further into the influence of technology. And talking of technology, this episode of Trans India is presented by Light Metrics, making roads safer for everyone, everywhere.
Manish, your dad would have worked at a time when there was no GPS. So how is you think this tech is making your life simpler, and was this an attraction? Okay, now things are simple. Let me get into this business. Was such a thought process then?
So you rightly said, at the time of our parents, tracking used to happen on calling on dhabas or petrol pumps.
Correct.
You call on a pump and you
वो STD call, lightning call book करते थे, all those
and
things.
obviously we'll ask them, have a truck cross, or probably you call up some other driver and say, okay, whenever that person cross, just let us know. So that was, and I believe that was one of the best ways how they had operated. At the time when tech was not available, them working in this way was very, very difficult.
We think the trust factor was much higher.
Very, very high. Very, very high. In fact, I believe when we talk about transporters, most of us has got customized ERPs. Right? We never had some standardized ERPs which would come and get implemented in our organization. And I think other industries need to learn from us. We are one who has said, okay, we will give importance to the person who's sitting in the branch. Our ERP development was always bottom to up level. We never had that top down approach. Okay, you need to have these educated people come into our organizations. What Chirag just said, we have those people who can't even operate computer systems. It's exactly the same with us, but they can just click a few buttons on our phones. So we said, let our ERP be the one who can just be customers on the phone. Secondly, when you said we came in because the tech was here, we are all sitting here because tech is there. I think without tech, all of us know that operator getting to know which vehicle is where are we moving on ahead, it is very, very difficult.
But one honest answer from all of you: if tech would not have been here to the extent what we are today, would you still be part of this industry? Mohit? If probably yes. Yes.
If given option more.
I would have.
A very minimal capacity.
But I tell you till what extent, because I've seen my father.
It can be great. It can be right or bad.
It will not be as much as what my involvement would have been limited.
So then partly sales, Nvidia sales, then partly here.
No, it would have been transport sales. I would change that.
Scalability becomes the challenge. It's not
But
not being
tech,
able to
I think
operate.
it's very, very important. Like I'm coming back to, but how much of tech, which company, customization is important, integration is important. I think that is a need of an hour. The challenge is that.
So while we address tech, now let us address the man behind the tech, not really behind the tech, but who at end of the day is controlled by the tech, your truck driver. How much has life become better for him? And to set the context, let me tell you, our trucks have become better. The cabins are much more comfortable. There are a lot of safety features in the cabins. Our roads have become better, so the amount of fatigue is less. Resources on the highways is still a challenge.
Yes.
Salaries have gone up, and I think I'll get your inputs on what exactly you're paying your drivers. So is driver shortage a real challenge?
Yes.
The biggest. See, I tell you what, there is no shortage in my company. We never had a shortage. The reason why I can see, as I
Hold your thought here.
Yeah.
What about your company? Shortage?
Yes.
Money
Yes,
shortage?
yeah.
Demand shortage?
100%.
Shortage. Okay. So
I tell you why also. Of course, in my company, I have 60% of retained drivers. But your company grows. when your company grows, you have new fleet which gets augmented. There will be your old drivers. You may have 70 people. For example, if I had 70 drivers working with me, 10 may leave. Shortage of 10. Then I also augment new fleet. Then the gap only increases.
Right.
So I have to fit in the 10. Plus I have to increase the new fleet which I bought on table.
But then has it ever happened that any of your order has or your dispatch has got stuck because there is no driver on your truck? Or the dispatch has happened irrespective?
Dispatches happen irrespective. We manage that.
No, what about you?
For us, though, it happens every May, every month of May,
Uh-huh.
every year.
Okay.
Wherein
They go on a chutti.
dispatches, I mean, capacities get hampered in terms of our ability to dispatch. It's a phenomena at the even not just us as an organization or industry. The clients we work for also have come to terms with it, and as a matter of fact, at a labor level, furthermore, we see the problem only increasing with years to come.
I just want to add here, Fari. When I said about why it happened, we also sometimes deny the client of taking the consent. So, like for example, we know drivers generally leave during summertime. So at that point of time, we have to tell,
So you plan yourself
educate
accordingly.
your clients, say
plan
that,
yourself.
yeah, like you will see maximum, and I think most of the transporters here will agree, maximum business clients want to give you month end or beginning of the month. Unka sales karna hai, unka targets you. See, we tell it will be first come first. Whoever gives me the order first, and then you have to deny. So that in that terms, of course, I never at that time I used to plan it in such a way where I used to tell the client, sorry boss, abhi driver nahi hai, ab aapka nahi hoga, aapka bahut
Fair enough. Manish, what about you? How do you plan your shortage?
So, Girish, two things I'll say on that. You rightly said, if I am not moving the consignment because of driver shortage, there's someone else who's moving. So, can we say we are at overcapacity of vehicles?
Exactly.
That is one point.
Yes.
Right. Secondly, I would say is in the last few years, what we have been observing is how are we utilizing our current available drivers? If we have certain percentage which is missing on our fleet, let's just ignore that number for a while and then talk about drivers who are already there on our fleet. I feel my drivers are operating at 40 to 50% of their capacity, which rightly said during COVID, we had the highest number of kilometers doing for our vehicles. Why can't we do it today? So that is one injustice which entire industry is doing with the drivers. He is not able to earn because me or my client is not wanting him to earn. The detention issues, the loading issue. In fact, when during the month end, the customer knows that this product may not get into sales, but still he pushes it and he says they'll get the vehicle.
Nail issues salad there. What about you, Rahul?
I'll go with the study. So I had interviewed approximately 232 drivers. There was a time in 90s, for every truck there were 2.4 drivers available. In 2000 it went to 1.2, and that present ratio is 0.6 drivers available per truck. Who studies this is one. So the study is what we went through. Me and I had few people from university. We went approximately to each of the exit of Maharashtra, and from there we understood that truckers, no, there is no new drivers coming up.
That is a challenge, yes.
And like a drivers, if you ask the drivers will not want their next generation to be a driver because of lack of recognition, respect, aware. As far as so
these are
we all
things
do
which
our
are-
bit, yeah.
We know
So
on that.
that is going to, but trust me, like I was a part of some awards, right? And I was interviewing a lot of drivers other than my drivers, right? You play at a macro level, and that time I realized they earn very well, Girish. Okay, and they're doing extremely well. It's just that their financial literacy in their mindset, man, they have no planning. And it's always being told, "Arey, tum itna hi kamate ho." And they become victimized. So, man, they have to get out of that zone and they have to start planning. I started with less salary just because I have a business. After my college, I used to earn 10,000 rupees. Okay. But today, of course, I work with my father and his company, but drivers earn much more. It's just that they don't know how to plan their finances.
So, Jack, how is it that you don't have shortage of drivers?
So there's, I'll ask 100 transporters question
and every transporter will have 10 to 15% का shortage. Why so? First, I want to ask everyone this. मैं जिससे भी बात करता हूँ सबके ऊपर 10 टका shortage क्यों होता है? कभी इसका
मेरे को तो लगता है कि मेरे को तो लगता है shortage है भी कि नहीं है. I mean, that is my question first.
Yeah,
Because
with us, why it's not answering it at you? See, because we are very clear with our policies, our values. So drivers को पता है कि when they're coming in Present की, because we have transformed around more than 250 truck charges into Malak. So 150 contracted vehicle what we claim are owned by the truck drivers themselves. So 150 are the contracted vehicle in 33 years. They have transferred 250 truck drivers into truck Malaks. So what is the policy of SNGT again? Drive with us for 5 years. We will help you with the finance and you become a truck owner. Now we are helping you with the finance. If you are not able to pay the EMI, we will pay the EMI. हमारा बहुत क्लियर है. 5 साल तक आपको हमारे साथ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट रखना है. 5 years के बाद, if you don't want to work with us, you are free, you can go anywhere. But then these people choose to be with us. 100 people have already left us also. 100 chalaks maybe truck years खत्म हो गए, 8 years के बाद they're not allowed to enter the city. So whatever the reason may be, or they must have got a better contract. But this is very clear with us. So driver know. You know, like drivers know very well. कि SNGT में आने के बाद we have a scope to grow. We can become entrepreneur. We can become the truck owner. So I think अगर जो ये and see, आज हम लोग सभी लोग 50% तो हमारा business market रेको के साथ चल रहा है. You're already paying some X% freight charges, yeah, whatever we say, rent, monthly rental पे लेते हैं या freight charges we are paying. Instead, why not build something inside your company? Give your drivers opportunity to become a चालक से मालक करने के लिए.
so if I'm getting this right, you mean to say if a transport company takes good care of its drivers, there is
100%.
a lesser reason for shortage.
Even with the driving hours, what we are doing is we have hub every 200 kilometers. For example, if you're going to Ahmedabad, we have a hub in Vapi, we have a hub in Surat, we have a hub in Ankleshwar. So हर जगह पे proper sanitation facility है. There are restrooms. So all of our godowns are converted into more like a restrooms for the truck driving. So a lot of things you have to do. See, आप the driver की care नहीं करोगे. We are not talking about the drivers there, but who's actually taking care of them? Are we taking any initiative about them? Take some initiative, then you won't see any challenge. See, because price around 1 crore trucks in the country.
You have 1 crore trucks in the country.
Real and drivers.
But Chirag, I'm also surprised. 1 crore trucks in the country, 10 lakh trucks being added every year, and we don't even have 10 driver training schools across India, which is actually a shame because our industry has not looked at this issue seriously. Okay, let me get to the next point here. Youth, I spoke about infra and tech being the next game changers for this industry. The third biggest change has been the entry of youth. There was a time I remember when the father used to tell me, हमारा बेटा बाहर चला गया, उसको transport industry में नहीं आ रहा है. You guys still came, you stuck here. What was your attraction?
Was weak in study, so I was like, या तो पढ़ाई करके कुछ अच्छा करो या तो धंधे करा दो.
Fair enough, but very clear.
I think for me, a opportunity presented itself, and I wanted to be in a space wherein I could operate under the umbrella, but operate independently. So I think the urge or the want to have the freedom, but at the same time be able to operate at a certain scale. So while I started working actually with L&T initially, and my first plan was to open an Amul ice cream outlet.
In Bandra?
Yeah, and there was a monorail project going on in L&T, and I was going to get 2 JCPs on rent over there. And then a transport opportunity presented itself wherein I could get into 25, 40, 50 trucks. So I think leveraging the company balance sheet gave me the scale. But in the same time, since I was trying to do something that was an integration, it gave me the freedom to be able to operate as a first-time entrepreneur.
What do you mean? While, transport business is challenging in itself, how many of you find it exciting at the same time?
I find it very exciting. I find it very exciting.
Ganesh has beautiful.
There is always a thrill. This is the only business which gives you social element. So there's no other business which tells you actually you can socialize with each other.
But dude, okay. That's the next topic we'll be talking about, collaboration and talking together in a way. Do transporters actually talk to each other when it comes to
industry policies or things that could make a difference for them?
We don't have a non-political platform. You have a political guy.
So I tell you what, I honestly, for me, this was never about, this has not been a women-led industry, right? When I joined, and now, like I said in the beginning, it's breaking barriers.
Things are
and
better now. Yes.
Things are better, and I've been a part of association lately from last 1 year, and now I'm the chairperson, but I don't get into politics. I'm here to do work, and I know what will benefit. If you have that mindset, okay, I'm also a part of a youth group. I'm also a part of an association. My intent is very clear. I'm not here to get into politics. I want to work for better tomorrow. I want to collaborate. I want to understand. I'm hungry for knowledge.
But
And if that mindset,
even are associations doing enough?
at a larger level, I don't know. And I don't want to get into it. I know I'm doing enough.
Right. Mohit, you, Manish, Rahul, all three of you. In fact, Manish and Mohit, I know you guys are not part of any association. Why is it so? You never felt the need, or you feel that associations are of
इनकी गाड़ियाँ चलती है वो जो हमारा फेल होता है
मैं एक और चीज ऐड करूंगी एसोसिएशन जहाँ पे मुझे मालूम है जितना मुझे मालूम है गिरीश दे आर डूइंग वर्क at like you said policy level whatever I have known what it was done I know they have really worked okay maybe whatever politics tell me where is no politics please tell me
Fair
every even
even at our
even
office there is
office says politics
As long
even
as-
collaboration
as
if your
long as
mind
work
and
is being
intent
done.
is clear there is no politics but if your mind and intent is not clear there is politics so let's get that thing straight that politics सब जगह पे है
Fair enough.
बट तुम कितना इन्वॉल्व हो रहे हो तुम्हारा इंटेंट क्लीन
नहीं, apart from politics, काम क्या होगा?
काम
No,
होना
that is
काम
important.
होना जरूरी है
जरूरी है.
आज when I joined the association I didn't even know what an association is honestly कोविड तक भी नहीं मुझे मालूम था and but when my mind was very clear when we 25 women entrepreneurs we have to collaborate work together help each other look at bulk deals look at ensuring we get more knowledge and maybe in a larger scheme work for I cannot directly work for I do a lot for my drivers for Sarthis right but there is also that limited you can do because too much also is not good and too less is also not good right so but if I address it at a macro level for their well-being for their recognition like being a part of a jury of an award initiative or for my Sarthis I know I'm addressing it to my Sarthis too so where I can work at a larger picture where I know an association can play and back me automatically micro itself. So at a larger scheme, yes, I think associations work. If you look at it with it does not matter whether it's done politically or does not.
What about you? Lou, haven't joined any association.
Right.
Never
so-
felt the need to?
I mean, probably that is one more reason because whenever I need any help, all those people who are member of the association are always reachable. So that is one good thing that all of them have maintained. So probably if I want to know something and call up Shira, I call up Abhishek. So that has never been a problem to us. So I think as of now, I'm not capable enough to give my time to the association. That is the reason I'm not going to do.
Chirag, you've been part of multiple associations. I mean, you've 6 associations. I know this big and you've worked deeply with them. Where do you think are we falling short? Because we don't see any results on ground.
So the problem with associations is right now it's a completely community controlled politics. What is happening with association right now? So it's about with many associations have or designated with the bigger roles also on a state level, national level also. There are two type of people in association. One who are knowledgeable and willing to work. Yes, and second work beyond into politics. I don't want to name any association, but there are a couple of big associations which are here since decades. Very big associations. And the presidents, they didn't even own a truck. So somewhere when this type of people are controlling the associations, then you know what happens. Maybe I think that is the main reason why associations are not able to many things. In the recent interview also that I don't want to deal the association again, but I heard that president himself is saying because of the politics are not able to do anything. And again, what is happening in the association is if one association takes a call, okay, we are going to fight for this. Now other association job is to support her or come on the common ground. What this association, they pull him down. They start defaming the members, president, whatever. And when you dive deep, Rima is into associations a year, but I'm into association since almost 16 years. So जब तक ये community controlled politics chalega, and tell me how many youth presidents have you guys seen? I'm into association 16.
Forget presidents. People like, I mean, a lot intelligent people like Mohit and Manish are not even part of an association.
You should
Do you
have an
think
examination.
do you think there's a reason why these people, why the youth is keeping away from association?
I tell you what, we have a group of 160 plus youth.
Yeah.
And nobody's part of association except 2 or 3. And ask them question, they'll straight away no. They are very clear. We don't want to be part of the association. That's why we are part of this group. So first thing what did was, there is no president, no secretary, no treasurer, no chairman, nothing, no designation, no ego, no community differences. Whoever is youth wants to do something for the country, for the nation, for the truckers, nationally, state-wise karo, city-wise bro, for the betterment of the industry, be part of this. And so many people willingly can. Ask them to be a part of association. Ask him only, ask them. Not willing to do. Because they, we all are aware what is happening. And somewhere, these are not acceptable by the youth. Youth is very clear what they want. And if things are not going to change, I'm very sure youth is never going to be part of the association.
Risha, I wanted to add on something on this. Like you said, why we are not part of association. So one of the hot topic going on is VLTD. Right. So everybody has started talking about VLTD. That's become compulsion, I think. We have been doing it. We have been complying with VLTD for the last 4 years because MS12 wanted VLTD in the last 4 years. Nobody came up from association or individual level and said, so we don't need it. So you always see, we need to fight out our ways of working. So reaching out to association could be one thing. You can post them up. Okay, this is one issue, but there is no way out. So it's better you just move on with your own ways of working and then keep moving on.
We will continue this interaction on the other side of this very short break. You have been watching Trans India, presented by Light Metrics, making roads safer for everyone, everywhere.
Managing a large, high-performing fleet takes more than data. It takes insight, visibility, and fast, focused action. RideView Fleet Portal brings it all together in one intelligent platform. Your fleet's safety health in one snapshot. See AI-powered coaching recommendations, top drivers, and risky event trends, so you always know what needs your focus. Zero in on critical safety risks, from speeding and distraction to fatigue. Filter by event, preview clips instantly and take action in seconds. Speeding remains one of the most frequent and preventable risks on the road. RideView flags these incidents instantly, helping you monitor patterns and intervene early. Missed stops at intersections risk safety. RideView flags these events so you can act before they cause serious consequences. Tailgating and near misses are red flags for high-risk driving. RideView helps you identify and address these patterns proactively. Fatigue is hard to spot, but RideView's AI detects early signs like blink changes, helping you support drivers and avoid fatigue-related incidents. Seatbelts are a basic but critical safety measure. RideView helps ensure compliance by flagging violations, reinforcing safety culture in every vehicle. Phone use is a top cause of distraction. RideView detects it so you can coach drivers before it leads to accidents. Texting while driving raises crash risk 23x. RideView spots these moments on video, helping you act before an incident occurs. Track every vehicle in real time, with live video streaming that gives you full visibility into what's happening on the road. RideView's AI surfaces coachable moments, making sessions efficient, constructive, and focused on improvement. The result? Engaged drivers and measurable behavior change. Need to investigate an incident? Just select the trip and time. Request the video and track its retrieval in real time. No delays, no bottleneck. From insight to action, RideView empowers modern fleets to drive measurable safety and efficiency. Every trip, every day.
Welcome back to Trans India, presented by Light Metrics, making roads safer for everyone, everywhere. We are in conversation with 5 young transporters who have not just developed their business, but diversified it into various other fields and used extensive technology to keep the business growing. We are talking to Reema, Manish, Chirag, Rahul, and Mohit.
But do you think as an industry we have failed to formulate a policy for ourselves? Because okay, we blame the government for a lot of things, but what are we doing to improve ourselves? Do you think we need a uniform policy that would govern us?
I think we all talk of collaboration, working together. But internally, are we really doing that? That's a big question mark, honestly. Today,
Anybody here
happy
is
to-
actually collaborating?
I am. Actually, I am working with, I don't call them competitors, I call them partners. Where we have to compete, we compete. Where we have to work together. And if you don't do that, trust, because I'm a mid-sized company, I'm not a pan-India company. And if I don't do that, big sharks will come and they'll eat us up. So time is about collaboration, right? So I think we all talk of it. We all say in Beat and Forums, are we really living by it? So in your mind, you may be living by it. But are you really implementing it? That is very important. जब हम बोलते हैं, when we are saying youth also, we all are having a same voice. But someone will have to lead to fight. किसी को तो lead
do
करना
you think,
पड़ेगा.
but do you think the youth today are more open to talk
More
to each other?
vocal, more
We're
vocal.
more open to discussing
More
with each
vocal.
other? You see that shift from what your fathers were and what you are now?
That's also because there is a very high level of, again, in the nature of the business, a lot of things have become transparent, right? Before, you needed to hide things, or I wouldn't call it an IP, but you had a sense of protection towards what you were doing. Today, everyone knows what everyone is doing.
Correct.
ठीक है, fleet size भी मालूम है, कितने गाड़ी खड़ी है driver के लिए. I mean, all that information.
Inside information is there.
Everything. So it's a fact that, we have no incentive to hide because बाजू वाले को मालूम ही है. So if there is no incentive to hide, but there is a gain to collaborate,
Yes.
then what's the harm? So I think, taking a very different example, but if you take cricket, eventually all the guys who are playing in IPL, when they play for their country, they play differently. And that Indian with a South African, with a Bangladeshi player, or all of them, when they're in the IPL team, they work together. So same way, if you collaborate at certain places and you can get a win, it makes sense.
And
to
it's a
do.
win-win for both. Not only that, I also have some people who wanted to start business, right? But they didn't have the kind of experience. So I did also do a part of part load and FTL movements, non-refer, but at very few locations. And when that girl came to me, I was, of course, the girl came to me through via contact. And I was very happy that she attached her vehicles with me. So in a way, I didn't have to buy those vehicles. She attached, she started a business because she wanted to do it for her father. So that is another way of looking at things. So I think people are now more progressive in their way of thinking. And our fathers also are more progressive in their way of saying, okay, you know what? अभी लोग lead कर रहे हैं, हमारा भी उतना asset तो हमें, see, for refer, I cannot outsource my vehicle. I cannot take an outsource vehicle. I cannot take market का गाड़ी. but मेरे normal load के लिए तो मुझे लेना, I will not have a number of 100. So that's when I look at collaboration, working with people. Like I may want to work with Manish. If I know Manish's vehicle is going to Bangalore, for example, and he doesn't have a return load and I have a return load, I should collaborate with him. I think that is what news wants to get to say.
So you agree that okay, we should collaborate, but how many people actually doing? See, I have collaboration with only 7 transporters, and I'm trying this since almost 7 to 8 years now. We have groups called Bro Together. There are more
We
than
started during COVID.
there are 4 groups in which we have more than 300 people, and so many times we have approached people. Let all of us collab. Even in the youth group, we discussed, okay, we all should collab, but why they are not collaborating? Who doesn't know? I know Manish since very long. Are we doing business together? I know Rima
I
since
tell
very
you,
long.
no. So I tell you
So
why we
therefore-
have not collaborated, because your nature of business and my nature of business is different.
No, Chirag is talking about places where
Where the
but
business-
what
Very
spaces?
But I tell you
specific.
what,
Where synergies
no,
can
I
be-
tell you what, I have already spoken to a lot of people, and they have, but maybe sometimes afraid to a match, right? Because
I mean, there will be obstacles.
There will
To
be
our business is standing very new.
teething issues
as a
हो-
concept.
teething issues होते हैं because मेरे compliances with the kind of nature of people I work with, they're extremely compliant, right? And maybe, for example, I work with another transporter, he may not be that compliant.
See,
So I
your
have
case is
to-
very, very specific. But
No, I'm
in
talking of-
general, if you
for
take, that is
FTL.
very much
I'm
possible to
talking
pass
of
it.
FTL part load also. For example, today his rate, what I give my client a rate would be X, and if I try taking his service, that margin will not be able to cover. So वहाँ पे collaboration
I think
नहीं
that
work
will be a
होगा.
very ideal situation where everything falls in
Falls
place.
into-
But at
All
least
time.
one good thing is that we are now at least talking about collaborating. It may or may not work now, but I think talking about future,
is collaboration.
let's get a closing remark from each one of you. How do you see the future of your company and the industry on the whole? Rahul, let's start with you.
No, I'll be the last.
Okay, we will ask. Chirag,
Okay. See, SNGT is growing big. Now, we already have started 2035. Yes, because of the joint family, we have to propose the goal every 3 years. So, we have consultants. So,
2035. So I think by the time your kid will be part of the business.
so I-
Tata will be part.
but you know, so there's a lot of planning in the SNGT. Again, with the family, with the funds, we're a electric company. So if you see, we have 100 plus offices, 750 people who are working with us directly. Indirectly, 200 people are working with us. But things are so planned, even with the finance. So planning हमारे पास already है, and we see we are growing like we are planned with expanding more 7 states, coming up with more 300 branches, and at least giving employment to 2,000 people more.
Industry, how do you see the industry growing?
See, industry, see,
Especially your segment.
lot of opportunity I'm seeing everywhere. GIDCs, MIDCs, companies are coming in setting up manufacturing in India because government is promoting Make in India. Lot of opportunities there, but again, when you'll be able to grab the opportunity, when you have IP, when you have finance, when you have clarity, and you are able to deliver it on time. That is most important because in the service industry, we have to serve and you have to give customers something delight, something extra. That's what in SMGT we do. Lot of transparency. If somebody is optimizing the technology, proper use of technology is done, taken care of as even AI is there with us now. So with the technology सही होगा, finance सही होगा, and if we are delivering the goods on time and with honesty, definitely went to it.
No, your segment will continue to grow for the next 2 decades. I think
That's the expert.
I mean, infra is growing, houses are being built, shopping malls coming up, cities expanding. How do you see your segment?
So, one interesting thing that's happening in general is I think in the next few years, or you're already seeing that, you're going to have 3 generations of people working at the same time. Right? So, which is going to be, and that's whether it's at the family level, the employee level, and potentially even the drivers. Now, how one is going to balance between the Gen Z coming in, the millennials were most of us smaller, and our parents' ka generation. I think the next 3 to 5 years is going to be very interesting how we revise our policies or set policies to cater to that. And that's one of the big topics we'll be discussing internally, right? You try to document an organization culture and a value system, but what worked then, how relevant it is today, and how relevant it's going to be for the next 10 years is something that we're trying to address. On a scalability level, as you rightly said, we don't see business volumes being a problem because of the industry we are in. But what we've tried to do over the past few years is again move up the pyramid a little bit, that from fleet owning, kind of get into the logistics part of it, From the logistics, we are now trying to position ourselves in supply chain. What I mean by that is we're helping our clients with at a strategic or a consulting level in terms of how they should develop certain markets or balance out between a road versus rail transportation and create an entire master plan, offering them probably a couple of more value added services with some kind of technical support. So more than a complete geographic expansion of looking that we are in 2 states today and we want to be in 10, we felt that creating a different value add, which then becomes a moat also, right? Because at the end of the day, one of the challenges the industry has faced is that it is very easy to buy a truck.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
So, long term, you need to develop a moat, something that you are bringing to the table, which is not very easily replicable. And that's pretty much the question we keep trying to answer whenever we brainstorm the next. I mean, we're not at 10-year level, but at least the next 2-3 years.
absolutely. So you might know people buying trucks, stress levels will keep on going up. Houses being built, EMIs will keep going up. Again, stress levels will keep going up. So the quantity of medicines required will definitely go. So your segment is definitely going to grow as well.
It's just going to grow. So I think for us, we're going to grow in a very organic fashion. And when I'm saying organic, where our clients really need us. So every year we try, not year actually, maybe 2 to 3 years, we try adding a branch wherever it's required. But we've always been, for us, it's very important because we are into pharma, our diameters to be met because we have to have a backup plan. So we have to be very strategic where we want to start. I don't want to promise my clients that I will give you X when I know I cannot deliver, and I know the people whom I collaborate with, what if they don't deliver? So for me, I think collaboration is going to make a lot of difference and with like-minded people and grow in a very organic fashion. When you talk of industry specific, Girish, I think, yes, we talk infrastructure is doing great. Government is spending a lot. But when we talk of drivers' welfare, Saathi's welfare, recognition, it's a need of an hour. Resting space, it's been announced during COVID that every 80 kilometers or 100 kilometers implementation is still taking time. When that all is addressed, this industry is not going to die. Logistics is always from BLI, and there is going to be, like he said, there's ample number of opportunities. I would also, from my company point of view, I'm also looking at, increasing my volumes in full truckload and part-load to where they are catering to. Because that was what we started. We got into cold chain only last 3 decades. So cold chain will grow at the same time, we'll grow organically here. But I think from industry specific, there's much more to be addressed.
Manish, your segment has also grown at a phenomenal pace. I mean, there was a time when AC was a luxury. I mean, एक कमरे में AC होता था, सब घुस के बैठते थे वहाँ. Today, every room has to have an AC. I mean, it's a mandatory thing. Bathrooms and kitchens also have air conditions. So, where do you see your segment going?
So when I speak to my clients, they would say the industry is currently operating at 10% of its capacity. So you think of it, the amount of demand which is going to come for these FMCG products, right? When you talk about industry continuity, I think in the last 4-5 years, all of us understood what is called business continuity plan. A lot of transporters had to take an exit because they had not planned for what would come in April. So because of these learnings, the next few years are going to be really, the volumes will increase. People have already learned from their mistakes. They'll try to make corrections.
What is the low plan?
We plan to remain stable and grow at a very constant rate, for the 15-20% of growth rate, which we can be for the next few years.
I want to add to something. As we all have seen in the infra logistics park, in Bhiwandi 10 years ago, there are hardly 4 to 5 or maximum 10 logistics parks. Today, there are more than 700. In Nasik, there are only one area for the transporter called as Transport Nagar. Today, there are more than 200 logistics parks. 200 logistics parks. Each logistics park is having capacity of 150, 200 godowns. So what is happening with the infra? We are seeing logistics parks everywhere, and not only Mumbai, Nasik. Go to Pune, you'll find logistics park, giant logistics park getting constructed. So the future is crazy. I'm seeing from here there is 100 expo next 25 years.
Now, import export is going to grow. I mean, India is looking to
export as well and import as well. That makes your life
Yes,
better for you.
it is better. As my friend mentioned, yes, with collocation it should get better. सब कुछ हमें करना है is not possible,
Right.
and then there should be some shift in terms of quality, in terms of policies, from GST. मतलब कोई forward mechanism है, कोई reverse charge में, it should at least stop. I'll come to association level. Of course, all associations should at first level should come together. That should be a primary goal. If you see state to state, the rules differ. Yes, we are staying in India, but every state has their own rules. Everything, कई गाड़ी के ऊपर केस ले रहे हैं, कोई ड्राइवर को जल्दी रिलीज कर रहे हैं. So this should be changing. And secondly, it's an alarming situation. We need to do something for drivers, for Sarthi, because the number is decreasing. And with all due respect, drivers know their path. They can do. I had interviewed and they had said कि हमने रुका दिया था 5 दिन.
We also what happened?
Yes, that was their word.
No call, no nothing. They stopped.
They stop. So they know their power, that we are here. So we need to, of course, get them into the flow, give them respect. Respect is something which everyone will agree, and expecting from government rest areas. But I'll first say कि we should expect from our customers to have those at their hubs, restroom, because many of the places they are cramped up. I have come across a friend of mine. He got an 15K trip extra for X place. वहाँ पे जाकर वो एक्सीडेंट हो गया. एक्सीडेंट मतलब ऑफ कोर्स समथिंग हैपेंड, तो 1.5 लाख का बिल बना. सो 1,49,000 ही हैड शोड ही कि ये 15,000 के लिए मैंने गाड़ी भेजा था और 1.5 लाख रुपया खर्चा है. So this somewhere this should be recognized by association. They should come forward. The recent alarm is again GST imposed by driver. I had raised this question with GST commissioner too. कि सर हमको यहाँ पे ड्राइवर मिल नहीं रहा है. And you have put a driver's name. Consigner and consignee are much more capable than us. Will be at the third position, but they should be the one who receiver can close the e-way bill. Right. So now they have come up with, and even association members were there for with the same in this. So of course, the commercial success will come with compassionate labor law.
Also, I want to add, why is there no uniformity in pricing whenever government comes up with, like we've been talking of, right? AI is 140. Every state has different rates.
This will happen only when we have one association. The problem with us is we have a
My
policy.
point is, as youth, as association, we all are trying to address. Like he's been a part of an association, I'm a part of an association. We're also a part of youth. But we all are talking. But how does anyone take it forward and tell that now is a time? So either we all become one voice and go and say, you know what? अब एक ही रेट के लिए VLT के लिए, हर स्टेट के लिए क्यों अलग रेट है? हर स्टेट के लिए लॉस क्यों अलग है?
This sir. See, we cannot come on this because long back association had come up with this same thing कि pricing uniformity होगा, but competition commission does not allow this to be.
डेफ का रेट देख लो यार, हर ओरिएंट का डेफ का रेट अलग है.
Sorry, coming on this. एक एसोसिएशन ने आवाज उठाई, ये होना चाहिए, दूसरे ने उसको गिरा दिया.
वो नहीं होना चाहिए.
I'll tell you the recent thing. So अभी जो मोटर व्हीकल एक्ट 1988 में जो चेंजेस आए, हेल्पर का अटेंडेंट, जिसको हम लोग लेमन लैंग्वेज में क्लीनर बोलते हैं, वो जब हटाने का जब लॉ पास हुआ तो ड्राफ्ट आया था, उसके अंदर लिखा था कि इफ योर ट्रक हैज ड्राइवर असिस्ट सिस्टम BAS, वो होगा तो यू डोंट नीड अटेंडेंट. अभी वो चीज का प्रेजेंटेशन के लिए एटलीस्ट 11 एसोसिएशंस रिप्रेजेंटेड. वन एसोसिएशन डिमांडिंग हटा दो, एक बोलता है चेंजेस करो, एक बोलता है ये करो. गवर्नमेंट सुने तो किसका सुने? द प्रॉब्लम विद अस इज दैट देयर आर सो मेनी एसोसिएशंस, एवरीवन इज क्लेमिंग टू बी द एपेक्स बॉडी, and everyone is having different agenda. And again, all these associations are controlled by the community. वही problem है कि there is no one voice. What we want a youth platform, one voice. We want to be a part of policy. हमारे पास ideas है. We have team. We can get to collaborations also. Policies बनाने के लिए ready है, but we want a platform. No community differences, no politics, no designation. हमें ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए जहाँ पे कोई भी फोटो खिंचाने के लिए नहीं जाए, काम करने के लिए जाए, और फोटो भी खिंचाता है तो नीचे डेजिग्नेशन नहीं होना चाहिए. Why associations can't run without designation? ऐसा एक प्लेटफॉर्म बनाना पड़ेगा, तभी पॉलिसी बनेगी, तभी यूनिफॉर्मिटी आएगी, तभी क्लैरिटी आएगी. जब मालूम है कि मैं कुछ भी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ, मेरा नाम और मेरा डेजिग्नेशन नहीं छपने वाला है, उसके बाद कितना वो काम करना है.
Take away the power and then see how many wants to work.
Well, we talk about one nation, one tax. And I think the beginning of this should be what I strongly believe is all states should have a uniform price of diesel, which has not happened to date. Every state wants to earn their money. So this is, but as an industry also, we are not one, and which is very concerned. I mean, there are hundreds of associations all talking a different language. There is no sync with the associations, and the so-called apex bodies do not give any directives to the association below them that this is our stand, this is what should go throughout. So, well, friends, this was a very engaging discussion. Thank you, Chirag, Mohit, Rima, Manish, Rahul. It was absolutely wonderful. It's good to see that the youth is now coming forward. And I hope to see that more youth are part of associations where the focus is on policies and the focus is not on garlands and photographs.
It is very clear that while youngsters are playing a critical part for their respective organizations, they expect better collaboration and understanding in the industry. It is also important that associations have to play a more active role in addressing issues. And it would not be a bad idea to get some of these youngsters in dominant roles in associations across India. We have seen many members block their seat in associations with zero contribution. Given the challenging times that we are facing, these youngsters can bring a different perspective and a better focus on industry issues. We are delighted to have Light Metrics as our sponsor for these 2 episodes. And given the resounding appreciation for the first episode, we will be conducting similar panel discussions in different cities across India. You have been watching Trans India, presented by Light Metrics, making roads safer for everyone, everywhere. Until next week, stay safe and drive safe. Jai Hind.
Managing a large, high-performing fleet takes more than data. It takes insight, visibility, and fast, focused action. RideView Fleet Portal brings it all together in one intelligent platform. Your fleet's safety health in one snapshot. See AI-powered coaching recommendations, top drivers, and risky event trends, so you always know what needs your focus. Zero in on critical safety risks, from speeding and distraction to fatigue. Filter by event, preview clips instantly, and take action in seconds. Speeding remains one of the most frequent and preventable risks on the road. RideView flags these incidents instantly, helping you monitor patterns and intervene early. Missed stops at intersections risk safety. RideView flags these events so you can act before they cause serious consequences. Tailgating and near misses are red flags for high-risk driving. RideView helps you identify and address these patterns proactively. Fatigue is hard to spot, but RideView's AI detects early signs like blink changes, helping you support drivers and avoid fatigue-related incidents. Seatbelts are a basic but critical safety measure. RideView helps ensure compliance by flagging violations, reinforcing safety culture in every vehicle. Phone use is a top cause of distraction. RideView detects it so you can coach drivers before it leads to accidents. Texting while driving raises crash risk 23x. RideView spots these moments on video, helping you act before an incident occurs. Track every vehicle in real time, with live video streaming that gives you full visibility into what's happening on the road. RideView's AI surfaces coachable moments, making sessions efficient, constructive, and focused on improvement. The result? Engaged drivers and measurable behavior change. Need to investigate an incident? Just select the trip and time. Request the video and track its retrieval in real time. No delays, no bottleneck. From insight to action, RideView empowers modern fleets to drive measurable safety and efficiency. Every trip, every day.